I'm Charles Horton. I was in the United States Army from '89 to '93, so 4 years. Went in as a private, left as a specialist after 4 years. I actually just wanted to be an Army dude, believe it or not, so it wasn't like I was led any other way. My dad was in the Army, my grandfather was in the Army. I don't think I was quite ready to go to college after high school, and since a little kid watching Army movies, I was just kind of fascinated by that whole thing. I kind of like structure, so that kind of worked for me too.
My name is Thomas Durham. I'm currently a technical sergeant with the Illinois Air National Guard in Peoria, Illinois. I've been with the Air National Guard 7 years. Prior to that, I served with the Army Reserve for 6 years. During that time, I was also deployed overseas to Operation Iraqi Freedom. I did that, left in March of 2003, came back home April 2004. I chose to serve for a couple different reasons. For one, I mean, I had family members. You know, I always tell the stories of World War II and the valor that they did and how proud they were. So when I was 22, immediately after September 11th happened, I felt the urge to go out there and do what I felt was necessary. I guess some call it, you caught the bug of patriotism. I always had that patriotism, and I felt that was the time to do it. So I did it, I served my country, and I'm proud of it to this day. When
you're in there, it's funny because of course, Veterans Day doesn't stop when you're in the Army or when you're deployed. I was in Kuwait for a little while. So you don't think about it much, and you kind of get with that attitude. So when you get out, for me at least, I didn't think about it a whole lot either. I just thought it was important to recognize the guys that go over there and put their life on the line, regardless of the reason that they went in, just the fact that knowing they would be put in harm's way, I think that deserves recognition.
Veterans Day does have a different meaning. Growing up, you know, you always get told about Veterans Day, and honestly, it was, to some, especially myself, it was just another holiday. I mean, you knew soldiers went out there, or Marines, sailors, or airmen for that matter, would go out there, sacrifice themselves, and so that you could celebrate. And however, now that I've done it, I do pay a lot more attention to it, and I do realize that, you know, it's not just about necessarily honoring servicemen such as myself. It's about honoring the country as a whole, because it makes me appreciate why I did what I did. The freedoms that everybody has is because of someone like myself who decided to go and serve or continue to serve, and it allows me never to take it for granted.